And by then, me and Randy's relationship had completely fallen apart. That's when I had found the cameras in my house that he had put in there, and it just, we were doing the Slim Jim stuff, and it was just everything in my power to actually get in an airplane and have to sit next to him to do the last couple things we had to do together. It was just, it was torture. And like, he started to put his hands on me at the end, and he did it in front of my son, and just, he was completely out of control from all the steroids. It was like he went off the deep end. It was like he was, every time he came to my house, he was on something else. And I'm like, what are you on now? And it was like, I go, what are you trying to do, kill yourself? And he's just like, he was experimenting with drugs because he'd never done it before like that. You know what I mean?
So this story, because there are some people that said when he was young, wrestling in the Memphis territory, that he would do coke and stuff. So as far as
he was allergic to coke. He was allergic to coke. So when he only did that a couple of times when he was with me, and every time he did, his nose would blow up like a balloon and it'd be real red. I knew exactly. He'd even tell me, he'd be like, I do coke yesterday. You know, it wasn't really a big deal, but the ecstasy and the steroids and the acid and stuff like that is where it started to get crazy.
I could only imagine him on acid.
Oh my God, it was a nightmare. There's so many stories about the way that he would, oh Lord, he would scare me to death. He'd want to put me in his car and take me through these hell rides while he's tripping on acid. It was definitely an experience, and a lot of people don't know the torture at the end that I was going through. I mean, when I was doing my best in front of the whole world, I was actually doing the worst I've ever done in my life.
What is it about acid that's appealing? I'm just curious because I've never done it. I'm just wondering, like, I
did it when I was a little kid, like when I was a teenager, a million times, not as an adult.
Yeah,
I have too many responsibilities now. It's not like you can go on some trip and get all jacked off when you got kids and stuff. But see, he had never done that. He don't have kids. So he was like experimenting with stuff, and he'd come to my house and go, I took this whole strip of these little pictures. And I'm like, you mean to tell me he just took a strip of acid? And I'd have to deal with him for the next 12 hours, going completely crazy.
What happens on a trip, just out of curiosity? Like, what do you experience?
Well, you see stuff. It depends on how much you took and who you're around and what the elements are going around you. It depends on how you're going to trip. You know what I mean? It can be really fun, really happy, or really sad, or really crazy. You could totally, like, not come back from it, too. I've seen people that done so much acid, they're not the same. They went on a trip and never came home. But no, he was experimenting with drugs at the end when he was with me so bad that he was giving me like $1,000 a week to go buy ecstasy pills and making me go to a strip club to go do it.
How do you spend $1,000 on ecstasy? Isn't it
because
very
he
cheap?
handfuls